Hi everybody, this is Dr. Dalton from Hammond Chiropractic again, and today I have another really special video for you. One of my patients and a good friend of mine, her name is Jan, I've asked her to make this video for me, and actually it's for a very specific reason, and we're going to get into that in just a minute, but first, I just want to introduce her to you, or actually I'm going to have her introduce herself to you and tell you a little bit about her story, and then we're going to get into the reason why I'm doing this video for you today, okay? So, all right, Jan, how about you start by just telling everybody who you are, just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Jan Knoll. I live in Dyer, Indiana. I've been going to Dr. Ron for a long time, and he has really helped me. And the real reason I'm doing this video today is because I've had 4 hip replacements. I've had 3 on the left side and 1 on the right side. And I'm finding that I need to keep exercising, and because otherwise I get stiff. So I can't sit down for a long time. I have to get up and do something. So that's the real reason why I am here today. And Dr. Ron is going to talk more about what my hips are doing.
And that's good that you brought that up, because there's actually 2 reasons why I asked her to do this, because like she said, she's had 4 hip replacements, not just 2. But there's a couple reasons that I wanted to talk about this. First of all, a lot of people seem to have the misconception that if you have surgery, whether it be surgery on the back or surgery on the hips or whatever joint it is, that they cannot see a chiropractor, and that actually isn't the case. And Jan, you come in now, it's about once a week, right?
Yes.
That I still see you? Okay.
Yes.
And which we call that wellness care or maintenance care. You might hear chiropractors refer to it that way. What would you say, how do you feel that that actually benefits you by coming to see me on a regular basis just to kind of maintain your health?
It keeps me going. I don't get stiff, and Dr. Ron lines me up in the right way, because sometimes I get out of line and he needs...
Literally.
Yes. I always ask when I come in, am I out of line? And he says, yes, you are.
See, she's being serious today for you guys, but you don't know her. When I get to see her in the office, she always keeps me on my toes. We laugh the whole time. I just love her. But so you feel like it definitely keeps you more mobile and more active.
Yes, and I feel relaxed when I leave
Good.
here. Like sometimes I go home and I take a nap because I'm so relaxed. But he gets that zapper out, and he knows the right place to zap it.
That's right. And what you had mentioned too, also feeling relaxed. Do you notice that your sleep is better when you're getting adjusted?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
that's really good.
I'm more calm and
Okay.
relaxed, not uptight. And so, yes, I love to come here once a week. So
That's awesome.
To see Dr. Ron.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, I do this. I always tell people that I see my chiropractor once a week. It just makes a huge difference for me. You feel a lot better, and your body functions at a much higher level when we do that. Now, there's one other thing I want to talk to Jan about today that she hasn't told you just yet. Now, recently, how long ago was it that you started? She goes to Anytime Fitness, okay? And how long ago was it that you started doing that?
A year ago.
A year ago? Okay.
Yes.
And now, what she hasn't told you just yet is this. This young lady here, she can deadlift 305 pounds?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now, I'm gonna be going to the CrossFit gym today. We're going to be making some more videos for you guys. I'm going to have them record what a deadlift is so you can actually see what it is on this video, just in case you're not familiar with what that is. But that's pretty impressive. 300 pounds of anything that you're lifting is pretty good, I think. I don't even know if I could do that, to be honest with you. So she's stronger than she looks, guys. You got to make sure you're careful around her. Now, what would you say motivated you to start exercising? What got you involved and made you decide to do that?
My son-in-law came over and he said, hey, Mom, how about if we go join this fitness club? And I said, hey, that sounds like a good idea. So we went there, and I really liked what they said and showed me around. And I go to class 4 times a week, and
Wow.
I also have a trainer once a week who helps me with my balance and other things. And when I first started, I said to myself, I need to make a goal of what I want myself to do. And like Dr. Ron said, I did lift 305 pounds, but it took a little while, and I told myself that was my goal, to do 300 pounds, and I did it. And the fitness center made me member of the month for doing that, and they hung my picture up with a little history of me, so it made me kind of proud.
That's really neat. I remember that when they did that for you. I thought that was really nice.
Yes.
And that's really good. And of course, I encourage people to, stay as active as you possibly can. It's so important. I was reading an article, and you guys have probably heard me talk about this before on previous videos, but what they were talking about was the fact that now people are living longer than we ever have in the past. But the problem that we're running into is that because we're living longer and we're getting older, we're losing function more. So we're losing our walking abilities, our abilities to sit and stand, things like that. And so what they were encouraging people to do is to make sure that you're not only exercising on a regular basis, but that you're also staying as flexible as you can, because that's one of the biggest things that limit us as we get older. So it's very important that you stay active. And as you were talking about, chiropractic has a major impact on that as well, because we keep the joints as mobile as we can possibly keep them through the adjustments that we do, which is really helpful.
And I'm 74 years old. And,
and she's still lifting 300 pounds.
And I tell people my age, you've got to get up and move around, whether it's just walking or riding a bike, but you need to move around to keep yourself going, because it makes me feel really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't want to be this person to sit in a chair and not be able to do anything. I want to be able to keep going, so.
Yeah, and you are very active. She does a lot with her family. She's always on the go doing something, which is good. That's what you want. You want to enjoy your life. That's the whole point of all of this that we're talking about today.
Yes.
And, the real reason, that we're talking about this is that when we talk about the fact that she's had the hip replacements and all the surgeries and whatnot, I, of course, see a lot of patients. I help a lot of people. I'm very fortunate in that way. So I get to see people when they're in pain or when they've had issues like this. And what happens to people as they get older that I notice, and especially if they've had other health problems that have required surgeries or different things like that, people limit themselves dramatically. Mentally, we start to think that we're not capable of doing something just because we've had a hip replacement or a surgery or whatever the case may be. And so Jan is a perfect example of somebody who she still continues to push herself and to do as much as she can, even in spite of the surgeries. The surgeries are not limiting her at all, and actually she's having a much higher quality of life because she does stay as active as she does. And that's what I wanted to get across to you guys today in this video, is that you got to keep it moving. It's the saying where they say you use it or you lose it. That's actually true. Right. And so just don't ever limit yourself or think that you can't do something. You want to make sure you try at least, and just do the best that you can, because you're going to get a lot of benefit from staying active. Okay? Yeah.
I have a lot of metal in me.
Are you one of those that when you go to the airport, you got to be careful?
The valve goes off.
See?
And then I have to step to the side, and they take the wand, and the bell still keeps going up.
Oh, no.
So they keep asking me, what's wrong with you? And I say, I have metal in both my hips.
Right? See, little did they know. So in other words, you don't just keep me on my toes, you keep everybody on their toes, don't you? Well, that's okay. We love you anyways for it.
And Dr. Ron knows when I come in with the look on my face.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's got work to do today.
That's right. All righty. Well, thank you so much, Jan, for making this video with me. I really appreciate you for it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and that you learned something from it. We always enjoy making these for you. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, okay?
Oh, bye. Keep walking.
That's right.